All right, let's jump right into this explainer. Today, we're acting as a virtual archaeological research team to unpack the Global 19 catalog. This is literally a massive collection of raw data and historical mysteries that just completely challenges practically everything modern archaeology tells us about our past. If you love breaking down complex enigmas and looking at the hard engineering evidence of human history, buckle up. We're going to map out the sheer scale of unexplained phenomena scattered across our planet.
So, I love starting with a good puzzle. Take a second and really think about this. What do a perfect 5,000-year-old city, exactly 900 massive statues out in the ocean, and the forbidden truth of Atlantis all have in common? Well, they're all massive logistical paradoxes. They represent these insane feats of engineering that would totally push the limits of our modern capabilities today. And they're all the subjects of intense, focused investigation by one really prolific research hub trying to connect the dots of our ancient world.
Global 19 Doc calls itself your ultimate destination for high-quality documentaries and fascinating stories from every corner of the planet. And as we break down the specifics of their catalog today, you're going to see this isn't just some catchy marketing slogan. It's actually a super accurate description of the massive net they're casting to capture these global architectural anomalies and piece together these forgotten chapters of human capability. Now, the sheer pace of their research is frankly staggering. Just look at this timeline. In literally just a 10-day span, they dropped 6 massive documentary investigations, from a deep dive 10 days ago to a brand new anomaly uncovered just 15 hours ago. We are looking at a rapid-fire curriculum of the unexplained. It really shows this relentless dedication to cataloging these mysteries before the physical evidence erodes, kind of mapping the globe one impossible site at a time.
Okay, moving into our first major theme here, impossible ancient monuments. And guys, we aren't just talking about, old buildings. We're talking about structures that blatantly defy the known laws of historical engineering and completely challenge our fundamental understanding of early human technology.
Just take a look at this staggering number, 12,000. One of their most fascinating investigations focuses on a structure built a massive 12,000 years before the pyramids even existed. Try to visualize that timeline for a second. Structural engineers who analyze the durability of this site are literally left speechless. According to traditional history, nobody back then had the heavy machinery or the tools to quarry and place these massive stones, and yet the physical evidence proves someone absolutely did.
And the scale only gets grander. 900. That's an entire army of massive statues placed right in the middle of the ocean. This isn't just some localized anomaly, it's a massive, coordinated undertaking. The sheer logistics of carving and transporting 900 colossal monoliths across treacherous waters without modern shipping vessels or cranes makes this one of the most compelling construction challenges on the entire planet.
Which brings us to a really striking global pattern. We're looking at India's Kailasa temple, alongside entire churches that were carved straight down into solid bedrock. We are talking about true monolithic excavation here. To replicate this today, we need literal fleets of heavy machinery and laser-guided drills. Yet when archaeological teams actually examine these stone surfaces, the specific microscopic tool marks left behind completely challenge our understanding of ancient chisels and hammers. I mean, they were manipulating solid mountains from the top down.
Which leads us directly to the central, echoing question of this whole catalog. Nobody knows how or why. We have the physical bedrock right in front of us. We can run the structural analysis, but the actual methodology, the vanished tool sets, and the true motives of these ancient master builders, they just remain completely obscured by time. All right, let's shift our investigation now to the macro-level mysteries, lost cities and civilizations. So moving from isolated engineering anomalies to tracking the sudden, unexplainable disappearance of entire, highly developed societies. Look at the stark contrast between these two specific cases. First, you have a perfectly built city from 5,000 years ago that just vanished without a trace. When you analyze its layout, the geometric precision of its streets and infrastructure is astounding for that era. It strongly points to an incredibly mathematically advanced society. Then, you compare that to the Eye of the Sahara, which is heavily investigated as the potential site of Atlantis. These cases serve as chilling reminders of just how quickly a technologically sophisticated civilization can be completely erased from the map.
But here's the really cool part. This platform isn't just a one-way broadcast of historical data. As an interactive hub, they actually invite you to step into the driver's seat. You essentially become part of the research team, actively steering the archaeological focus to decide which impossible mystery to crack next.
In fact, in a recent community post, they put it perfectly plainly. Tell me in a post what you'd like to see next. They are out there actively crowdsourcing their next big expedition. They're utilizing the collective curiosity of viewers like us to determine their next target. It really breaks down that wall between the researcher out in the field and the focused learner at home.
So I want to leave you with a question. Step into the role of the lead investigator for a second. Based on the impossible tool marks, the mind-boggling geometric precision, and the lost societies we've uncovered today, which ancient site deserves our investigation next? Drop your thoughts, keep questioning the established narrative, and I will see you in our next explainer.